What's up, y'all? I didn't forget. Work, busy schedule, and it's getting away, but I'm taking the time right now to do this. We're here. So welcome, new and old friends alike. Thank you for being here. But this is what we do. We get straight to the nitty gritty. This, you know what it is. The review for Supergirl, episode 6. Season 6, episode 11. Mxy in the middle. Now I did, and I know I skipped a week. I didn't. I didn't get to do. Well, I took a break. I skipped. The last two episodes, but I seen the last episode of Supergirl and Stargirl. But let's get into it. So, Mxy returns and explains Nixley's dark history to the super team in the best way he knows how. In song. Well, in song form. Lena visits her mother's birthplace in Newfoundland, eager to dig into her past. So, this was a very heavy magic episode, and what I mean by that is that every aspect of this episode, had to deal with magic. But we start off the episode right where episode 10 left off, where Nixley, I was about to say Mxy, Nixley, the princess of the imps, has Supergirl stuck. She regained her power. She got her stuck in some ice, and she just tore down this building that Supergirl worked so hard to save for people, to get back at her. And Supergirl realized that, because Nixley said only magic could defeat magic, because she knows Kryptonians are powerless against magic. For those who don't know, kryptonite is not the only weakness of Kryptonians. Kryptonians are also weak against magic. Like, basically, like, unlike kryptonite, where you hold kryptonite to them, they go, oh god, kryptonite. Magic is just any being with magic based powers. They to that person, they're just like me and you. So if a person with magic come up and hit us, we're probably gonna either die or go flying. And the same thing for Kryptonians. So, Supergirl realizing this, and realizing that she knows magic is another one of her weakness, she calls Mr. Mxy Pitlick. I think I just said that right. She called Mxy, and that's how the last episode ends. That's how this one starts. But this time we see, instead of seeing him come tell something, and then look, and then it goes off, we see that same scene happen. But this time he is shocked to see Nixley, and right off the bat you see that Nixley and Mxy know each other. Mxy is battles Nixley to protect Supergirl, and he tells Supergirl when he uses his powers to unstuck her from the ice, she gonna have to fly them away like there's no tomorrow, because and he also warned that when he uses his powers, she could track them. She could track him just by using his powers. So that's taken off the board. So he got. I think she was shooting some beams at him, and she was shooting some beams at him with using that crystal ball that we seen her use earlier in the season, and it looked like she almost tried to get him in there, but he basically finally unfrees Supergirl, and she just takes him off. They fly off fast. So then she works with the I won't say Ravager. That circus dude, I forgot his name, but he was from the when I want to play with Nia, and then went into the past. So he she's working with him. She's forced. I think she forced him to kidnap this like scientist. They made this machine to trap that caused her to get her powers back, and he ended up making a return. But I think that was later on in the episode. So they trying to come up with a plan. They realized that Nixley got her powers back, and that's what that machine was for. Cause I think she explained it to Supergirl in the end of the last episode that when Supergirl used her heat vision to destroy the machine, it powered her back up. So now they trying to race to figure out how to do it. And the first instinct was, okay, well, we know how to reverse engineer it. We know how to we could reverse engineer like these cups to dampen her powers or take them away. We just, they want to use Nixley, just to instantly do it, but they realize he can't just snap his fingers, because the moment he does use his ability, she could track it. Even with the cloaking of the tower, she could still track him. So even when they cloak and he snap his fingers, she'll come right there to him. So they realize, okay, we can't use Nixie. Pretty much, it can't be used right now because we don't want her to get him. And Mxy explains that what she wants is to put him inside that crystal so she could use him to find these totems to gain ultimate power. And I think that's the part when he does in song, like he explains like her history and what she wanted. Like he explains to them that the reason why she's the way she is, and we find out the truth that she's just basically a jaded, angry woman. Like she's not really evil, and she really wasn't she really wasn't evil. Like the show make it seem like she might have been always evil. Like it kind of toyed with the fact that she might be lying about her history and the fact that she really just was always evil. But we got the truth that she was never really evil. That she was doing a noble thing. Like what she told Supergirl was the truth. She really did try to overthrow her father, and save the other imps from her father. Her father is really evil and crazy. And that Mxy explains that they was both in league. Like he explains why they know each other, because they both were in league with each other to overthrow her father. And when things went south, Mxy explained that he was forced by her father to betray her and testify against her, which got her sent to the Phantom Zone. So that's why Nixley is upset with Mxy, because she trusted him and she saw him as an ally, as a friend, and he betrayed her. So now she wants to capture him and use him to basically for this objectives of finding the tones. And he explains in song. And a funny fact, it was a funny song. It was funny what song he chose. I think he chose the song. He chose the song "I Will Survive." But he like basically replaced the words with the explanation of her background. Knowing that Supergirl feels sorry for Nixley, because she was under the President Nixley, which might have been always evil, but she realized now that she's not truly evil. She's just angry that everybody keep betraying her. So this is the only way she knows how to express and make people feel her pain is by choosing the route of vengeance. So Nia. A little side story for Nia is that she haven't told Supergirl yet that she's the reason why Nixley is in our world. Because if you remember from the last episode, when they escaped the Phantom Zone, she escaped with them, but she was automatically put into the dream world, and she manipulated Nia into freeing her in exchange for bringing her mother back. They basically learned that I think eventually, I'm trying to figure out what happened next. Oh yeah, so basically they try to they work around the clock to try to make the reverse engineer what gave her powers to take it away in the dampening cuffs. And Nixley is basically Mxy. He's basically like there, but he's pretty much useless because he without his magic, he pretty much can't help them do anything. But but in turn, you see in the episode, it's like a life lesson for him. He started to learn things. He started to see things differently now that he was in a situation where he can't use his powers for the enemy coming to get him, and that being the bad thing. And he can't use, and he realized that there's more to life than just simply snapping your fingers and getting everything you want. Nia also has dreams about Mxy being stuck in some ice cocoon, which is a reference to the glowing ball that Nixley have in her hand. Nixley try to come up with a plan to lure Supergirl and them out with using the cat. They try to come up with a plan to trick Nixley when she gives them an ultimatum to either bring Mxy to her, or she's gonna I think she was gonna like threaten to destroy more of the Central City. But she was threatening to destroy and hurt more people if she doesn't get Nixley. And I think it was like super bad too. I'm trying to remember I'm trying to not spoil anything, but eventually Nia does tell Supergirl that she was the one, thinking that Supergirl was, and we already know she was afraid too because she thought Supergirl was gonna be mad at her, and Nia couldn't like live with the fact that Supergirl was blaming herself, and she finally comes clean to Supergirl, and she's surprised that Supergirl is easily forgiving her, and she's like, "Wait a minute, what? You're not mad at me?" She said, "Why would I be mad? Nixley is a master manipulator. She manipulated me too. So like, you made a mistake, a big one, but it was still a mistake, and now we have to learn from it and move forward." Basically telling her like, you made a mistake, but hey, it was just a mistake. Everybody makes them, so that just got to move forward, roll with the punches now. Over with Lena. She's basically visiting her homeland to figure out what she could find and dig up on her family. But as things go with these type of shows, it didn't go too well. It really didn't. It didn't go too well at all. She basically finds out that her mother is not well liked by the people who know her, and every time she went to the hotel she was supposed to be staying at, the little look like a bed and breakfast like hotel or Airbnb like hotel. They welcomed her. Franny, all it could be, they welcomed her. It was Franny getting ready to make her tea and stuff, bringing her bags in, and until she asked for information about her mom, and she mentioned she told them what her mom's name was, and they was like, they started whispering to each other. They told her, "Hey man, look, you gotta get out. You got to go hit the road, man. I think it's best for you to hit the road." And the same thing happened when she went to the bar where the daughter of the other lady that was in the picture that she had was there, and she too was greeting her with open arms, everything. Even she was like, it was a funny thing that they did. Like as soon as I started answering around, they kind of like just freaked out and kicked me out and started acting weird. They was like, "What?" She like, "What? No way!" And they never would act like that until she mentioned her mother's name again, and then she started acting weird. But she was the one who finally gave her information because the lady felt sorry for her because she realized that she thought that Lena was coming there to be a prick, to basically poke fun at them, after the tragedy that she felt like was brought upon them by her mother. But she realized that when Lena try to express her concerns that it couldn't be true. She's like, no, it can't be true. My mother was kind and nice, and I, and she was like, I was young when I lost her, and she blah blah blah, and she was like, oh, I get it. You have this dream, this fantasy that you made up for yourself about who your mother was and who you think she was, based off of what the last time you seen her. But she said the truth is, your mother is not the heroine of a story of the story that you're about to hear. She's the villain of the story, and she basically tells her what, at least in brief, what happened and why she doesn't like Nina's mom. She even tell her like, and I get it that you want to know. You want to know about your mom. You want to fill in the gaps that you want to, what's the truth about her. But she said, I know you Luthers, or not Luther, but she said, I know you people are used to having bodies in your leaving bodies in your wake, but had the decency to at least have the decency to leave them buried. And she eventually goes to continue searching, and eventually finds she eventually finds a person who knows her mother and souls her, and reveals that the way how she was shown the truth about her mother, she couldn't have been shown unless Lena also has the gift. Back over to Supergirl, they end up having a fight with Mxy that resulted in them being captured and being scapegoated, not scapegoated, but being held hostage and used as a bargaining chip to get Mxy to come out of hiding. And she even runs out to the story about how her and Mxy was friends and how he portrayed her and stuff like that, and that Mxy only cares about himself. Fight ensures some things happen that shouldn't happen, and some things happen that shouldn't happen, and something that should happen, that should have happened, did happen, or do happen, and yeah, some lot of stuff goes down. This episode was a very good episode. I really enjoyed it. It was very compelling. It was very good. It really helped set up the Stargirl episode, because the Stargirl episode was also good too. But if I would give this episode anything, I would give it. I really didn't have no problems with that. The Lena side story was good. Supergirl and everything that was going on with Supergirl was good, and Nina. Yeah, I'll give it a 9. Big ups. It wasn't not just because because I disliked some stuff. It was just because it was I'll take that back. It was one thing I did. The reason why I gave it a 9 with big ups, because that dang cat, as it was as funny and wacky as it was, it felt like that belonged in Legends. It just didn't fit right with Supergirl, and so that's why I took a whole point from it, because it was just, I get the concept of it, because Imps got this infinite ability, they could make anything just appear into reality. But a cat, I'd rather for them to went with the dragon like they did do, instead of the cat. Like, if they would have went with the dragon, I probably would have given it a perfect 10, but because they went with the cat, then the dragon, I'm like, yeah, you could have went with the dragon first, and only the dragon, and I would have been cool with that. That cat was just like, it just felt too cartoony / child, like something like I said for Legends of Tomorrow. But yeah, 9 big ups, and that's it. That's all I got, because I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You gotta go watch the episode yourself. I recommend you go watch it if you haven't seen it already. But if you enjoy this video and you enjoy this review, then hit that button right there in the upper right corner for all of my reviews. And if you enjoyed this video so much that you want to support the channel like people are doing, then hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, become part of the family, become part of the tribe, and acknowledge me. Also hit that notification button, and hit any one of these videos for more of my amazing content. Don't go nowhere. Because I got Stargirl for you. I almost forgot. I got Stargirl for you, and I'm probably later on the What If. So, peace.